They combine worship with charity and doing good deeds. Thirdly, why are the comparisons always between religious rituals like Umrah, sacrifice, and building mosques, and poverty? Why don't we hear anyone say, cut back on your spending on luxuries, buy meat once a month instead of every week, and give the rest to those in need? And why don't they say, quit smoking in all its forms and donate its value to the poor? And why don't they say, reduce the costs of weddings, extravagance, and excess, and help the needy with those amounts? And why don't they say, cut down on your spending on trips, vacations, and entertainment, and set aside a portion of it for the poor? But the strange thing is that some people only attack religious rituals as if they can't see any doors to extravagance unless the topic is tied to obedience or worship. Aren't these funds supposed to be for the poor? Why is the attack always specifically on religious rituals? Our question here: why don't you let people live their rituals and rejoice in their acts of worship without all this constant skepticism? And why is the issue portrayed as if the Muslim has to choose between two acts of worship, each of which has its own virtue and reward? As if what's required is for people to abandon all doors of goodness and cling to just one thing only. Many of these propositions are crafted in an appealing way, and their words seem humanitarian, but the truth is they diminish the value of Islam's visible rituals and sow confusion among people in understanding their religion and organizing their worship. And with repetition, some of the simple folk are influenced by the shine of the phrasing and its elegant formulation without noticing the meanings behind it and how it can gradually contribute to weakening the reverence for religious rituals in the hearts. Then, most of those who repeat this talk often neither circumambulate the Kaaba nor around the poor. And the summary of the answer to the question, the sacrifice is better, so stick to it and do not pay attention to these calls that seek to marginalize the rituals of Muslims and abolish them. And if you slaughter the sacrifice and are this keen on the poor, then distribute the entire sacrifice or most of it to those in need, or give charity from your wealth to the poor and the needy, and leave our sacrifice to us. And if you insist on making people disdain their rituals, then be silent, and Allah is the one whose help is sought. Allah Almighty said, that is so, and whoever honors the symbols of Allah, indeed it is from the piety of hearts.